Yo, what's up guys? Back with some more reaction videos. Today we'll get to a death battle between Skyrim versus Dark Souls. Now, as always, before the video starts, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, plus turn the notification button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also guys, I'll be very pleased if you can recommend me some more videos or channels you want me to react to. Be sure to put that in the comments. I really appreciate that. It really helped me and helped this channel. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Resigned to captivity.
Okay, do they have their own names? Because it's more of a title name than the actual name.
Themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls!
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their stats.
Which is totally possible in-game if you're willing to grind. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Our story begins at the end. The great cities of old have collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad, and the Golden Age is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them.
Oh,
That's
man.
the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an assist from an unlucky knight and a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through their progenitor's forgotten homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now, they might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get good.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I can only describe as a toilet demon.
What?
And they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking
Wait,
of
what
souls,
was
they can
that?
absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And
Ugh, look at
despite
that
the serious
face.
gothic themes of
Disgusting.
the series, these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's great hammer is a ginormous mallet the
Boss,
size of a
so
sedan.
weapon,
Based on
shields,
its size
Eater's
and
Flash,
likely bronze
humanity,
composition, it has
what?
to weigh over 100
Dark
tons.
side
A
being
lot
busting,
like Goth's
that other
Rainbow,
stuff.
which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This
Whoa.
baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
The Chosen Undead has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control minds, fire magical crystal spears, turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off a mortal dragon.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited. So if it comes down to it, they can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the Chosen Undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space and warps the
Oh, look at that
vortex
roll.
like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed
The
of
god of
chaos,
death?
the mother of all demonkind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the Chosen Undead was dragged
Oh,
back
whoa.
in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire. Praise the sun, bro! And soon they were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids. In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life, and with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn feared humanity's immortality, and so sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew and the first flame waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Gasp! It's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie!
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul to keep the age of the gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's a huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed of light.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age, or let it fade until only dark remains?
I said link the fire.
The biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age.
Oh, it just
new heroes
continues.
replacing the old
So it just
ones
remains
until
darker, I
Chosen
guess.
Undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the
Oh, so
struggle
no
to
happy
get
ending
there.
exists
That's
in this game.
ultimately what gives us meaning.
Jeez. Alright, now for
You're
Skyrim.
finally awake. Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages.
At least this one has some life in it.
Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. No, it's Thomas
Why is that
the
Drake?
Tank Engine.
Wait, what? Wait, why? What's Thomas
Not
in
just
this?
any mere Drake. This is Alduin, the World Eater, and he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this scaly monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its frickin' soul.
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to
Whoa,
battle
that's a lot of
Alduin
race.
and save the world.
In their tongue, you are the Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy who's a good boy that's a good boy.
Master
They
Werewolf?
fought the Skyrim Civil War on the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent...
What? You can do
They
that?
can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of existence called Oblivion. From that wascally wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the
Ooh.
sun. To cover the distance between the earth and the sun in about 2
That
seconds,
kind of reminds me
the arrow
of
would
a
have to be
scene
moving
from
at over
God of War 2.
250 times the speed
I mean, the
of
new
light.
God of War
Except
Ragnarok.
this isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic. Confused yet?
Huh?
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful
Ooh,
mage
wow,
because their
what
mana
is this?
recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Fus Roda, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next.
Oh, so it's
or
like the
soul
scream
tear,
saying that
which
buzzing,
removes
ah,
the
that
soul
kind of stuff,
from your
huh?
enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem, like so. Riva Soul!
Oh.
Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment.
Oh.
With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help, Odahviing. Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a
Wait,
cheese
what?
ball and be good
Goat
as new.
cheese?
And
That's
they
a lot
can
of
carry
cheese.
Up to
Buck.
150 cheeses.
What?
My dream.
What?
Assuming these abnormally
What's
large
going
cheese wheels have
on?
an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
And that makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants who are so strong they can shatter the game spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn has battled the vampire Lord Harkon, ended Skyrim's civil war, and defeated the first Dragonborn, Miraak.
And according to the book, The Guardian and the Traitor, Miraak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing the size of various countries on Tamriel's map, we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly 1,500 miles in diameter. In order to move that much land over the course of their fight, Miraak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped
Really?
out the dinosaurs.
Holy
Too
shit.
crazy when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast, sprawling history. The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
All right, the combatants are
Okay,
set to
so
run the data
I
through
think I'm
all
going
possibilities.
for Skyrim for this.
Death battle!
I'm not sure about the Dark Souls one, but I feel okay for Skyrim.
Go and stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, Chosen Undead. Usbruna!
Okay, so we start with a lot of sword fighting. But doing the roll thing. Roll, roll, roll. Oh, it's a hammer. Oh, bow time. Oh. Wait, why he's like getting orgasm from this. What? Oh yeah, I know you can slow time, but then like he used the voice to stop the arrow. Holy shit. Oh. Oh, he reborn. Ooh. Ooh, Skyrim's taking a huge beating from this. Is that a dragon? Oh my god! Where did it come from? Did he turn into a dragon? Oh no. Ah! Poor dragon! Bro, why does he keep using his voice attacks? Oh, it's a sword thing. Oh, now using the ultimate sword for this. Here we go! Oh no, it cut his voice! Oh no! Oh!
Prepare to die.
Oh! Oh!
Save this world, chosen warrior! Bring the fire!
Oh, whoa, whoa!
Let true dark
Oh!
be cast upon the world.
Did he win?
Our Lord hath returned.
Wait, what?
You die!
Huh?
God, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of
Wait,
training,
wait,
better
wait.
access to summons, and
So
magic
is
that
it the
passively
Skyrim
regenerated,
who won?
as opposed to the Chosen Undead's
I'm
limited
confused.
pool of magic.
Vow of Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times that.
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim Undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their
Yeah, they don't
permanently
need souls.
without
Yeah, I
dying.
know
So
that.
why
Okay.
didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Oh yeah, like summoning country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirak, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or
Oh, there's
Cyclops.
Hercules.
Gameplay alone
The Rock.
helps give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The Chosen Undead sustaining the First Flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the First Flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the First Flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality.
Huh?
Alduin was going to eat infinity. multiple infinities.
In comparison, the first flame is powerful enough to sustain a universe and the flow of time, but it can't be infinite. Otherwise, it never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the Chosen Undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the
Okay,
Dragon.
so the Dragonborn wins that one. Okay, so that's end of video of the death battle between Skyrim versus Dark Souls. So I'll be honest, when doing that final battle clips, I'll be honest, I was a bit confusing because it seems like the Dark Souls thing is like clouding that Skyrim Dragonborn, I don't know what his name is, to like darkness, that kind of thing. So I thought like the Skyrim, that guy lost and that the Dark Soul won, but apparently not, because it's just a showing that how it's like getting absorbed by the darkness, all that kind of stuff. And then I mean, it's a bit odd because he blew out the fire already, so it already shows that he won already. But then like, it was kind of a bit confusing for me, but now after they explain it, then I can make sense. So for the battle scene, of course they're going to use the medieval battle theme about this, because these two combatants are from the medieval times, so it kind of makes sense for it to be in this kind of battle. But I'll be honest, it's kind of like quite impressive lot. But the thing where they're saying the roll thing, like roll for dodging attacks, legit, that's kind of funny bits lot, because like normally you don't do this in a real battle, but this one is exceptional because they're trying to make it a bit funny, and that's one of his skills, that kind of stuff. So you can let it slide for like that lah. So I would say pity for the Dark Souls guy, because like apparently they say the Dragonborn has more power than the Dark Souls, so that's kind of a bit of an edge to that Skyrim guy. So unfortunately, it's like Dark Souls put up a good fight, and it's like he keep resurrecting because of the fire thing, but then oh no, Skyrim has like the more power, so he blew out the fire, and then like it's the end of that already, and the fire burns out, then the Dark Souls already gone already. So congrats to the Skyrim guy, and sorry for that Dark Soul person, I don't know their names, okay? I just gotta call them the Skyrim and the Dark Soul guy, okay? I don't know their names, alright? Give me a break. That's gonna be all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, plus turn notification button so you won't miss any of my future videos. Also guys, I'll be very pleased if you can recommend me some more videos or channels you want me to react to. Be sure to put that in the comments. I really appreciate that. It really helped me and helped this channel. Also, make sure to go check out Death Battle's channel. Links will be in the description. Now, that is all. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care and peace.